Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit, a show where we discuss movies from our childhood, our nostalgia from watching them as kids, how they got made, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
Now, okay, well, first of all, hi. But
Hi.
second, Nick,
Yes.
I just have to warn you, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to need your help today.
Okay.
Because I, like an idiot, decided like 2 or 3 days ago to start a brand new medication.
You're right.
And it has made me real
been-
woozy.
Down for the count.
I have been down for the count. So I'm only like 3/4 actually on planet Earth right now.
Okay, that's fair. And
Like, I'll be honest, I don't know what movie we're talking about. We have a guest. I've never seen him in my life. I don't know what's happening.
You're in for a real treat for this episode then, buddy.
So you're going to have to kind of carry me through this, okay?
I absolutely will. And I think this is a perfect segue because I think our guest today will also help carry the load a little bit. I'd like to
bless.
welcome
So sweet.
to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit, a man that we've been trying to get on the show for God knows how long. We've talked about doing this episode for what feels like an eternity. It probably has been close to 3 years, which is the amount of time we've been doing this show.
Don't
But
say
Cole
that.
High, officially, welcome to Greenlit.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very, very happy to be here.
Now,
it's an honor.
Cole, would you like to tell people how you know the two of us, unfortunately?
Yeah. Oh, it's a story. So, we met through a very, very common Greenlit guest, Nicole Spirito, the one and only. Nicole was a senior when I was a freshman in high school. We went to high school together in Rhode Island, little old Rhode Island. And when I came to Emerson, she was a senior at Emerson, and she texted me like first week of school and was like, "Hey, me and my friends are shooting a film in New York. Would you like to invite you and your freshman friends to be a part of it?" And I was like, "Oh my God, this is what they talk about with these like high school alumni connections."
Yeah.
And it was so awesome. I immediately got thrown into like this awesome set with you guys, and we had so much fun on Your Mama's Pie.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it's out now. You can go watch it.
It is out.
Yes.
Oh.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun time. I remember meeting you and just immediately your energy and passion for the stuff that we were doing, even before you really knew us as people, was super appreciated. And I think it turned out to be, pretty good relationship. And now
so
we're here.
good.
I would agree. Yeah, I got to be the moon for a weekend.
Yes.
Oh my God, you were our moon.
Remember
You were
that?
the
I
moon.
totally forgot. Because if you haven't seen Mama's Pie, we thought it would be brilliant to shoot a movie fully outside with no power, no
Right.
outlets, whatever.
Most of the weekend was also raining.
Oh, it was so
pouring
bad.
rain.
We grabbed all the equipment and ran inside.
And Nick was miserable. He wanted to cancel the whole shoot the first day.
The first day was awful. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
I had a really, really bad time that first day. It was really not
rough.
fun.
It was rough.
It was
And then
a
as
rough-
the
I
days
know.
progressed, like God bless our team because we really came together and we had a lot. Like by the last day, I was like, I could keep this up. Like we're doing it. It was such a good time. But man, that first day was killer.
First
Yeah,
day
it was
bad.
rough. That was such a great group, though.
Yeah, it really was.
I miss them all.
And the product
I-
was great. It was
will
it was
say-
a fun time.
Not just because Cole's staring at me, because I did just say I forgot who you were about 5 seconds ago. But
Fair.
now that my memory's been refreshed, I always tell people, I'm like, out of all the stuff I've done, my favorite set easily was Mama's Pie.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I
such
feel
a
that.
good, and like it was a bunch of seniors and freshmen. You feel like on paper that's such a bad idea, but it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, you guys kind of all wanted to like pass on the torch in a way, and it was so cool that I got to receive it.
You're welcome.
Hell
It was,
yeah.
it was so awesome. That was my first set at Emerson, which was such a great experience with people who were so knowledgeable and like so willing to pass on that knowledge.
See,
Hell
Nick, can we
yeah.
just have guests just compliment us more like
Yeah,
this?
'cause
This is
we-
awesome.
We gotta
I
get
can,
more
I can.
Cole
Oh,
High.
I have enough bad stuff to say about you, Pelton, after listening to the Radio Rebel episode.
Let's
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Yeah, I was raging a little bit
What?
listening to that.
Now, okay, well,
Listen, dude,
It
you
wasn't
love-
just the 3 against 1. It was the world against 1.
Apparently.
It was the world. It was
My
the world.
own
What's your name?
crew.
Stacy? Stacy, is that the one you love?
unsung hero.
That's crazy.
When was
That's
the
crazy.
when was the last time you watched Radio Rebel?
Okay, That's a good point.
Thank you, and I rest
Yeah,
my case. Thank you very
that's a good
much.
point.
And it is the reason why the show exists, as rediscovering these movies from our childhood and understanding that a lot of them were really bad. And one of those movies, I will say, that potentially was really bad, but we're going to find that out today, was the film that we are covering today, the 2005 film Sky High. Now, I think the joke, as soon as we met, I think it was on the set of Mama's Pie, was we were talking about this show, and we were like, hey, Cole, what movie do you want to do? And I don't know if it was just like the first thing that came to your head, or if it was like the bit of like, we'll do Sky High with Cole High. Like that was the running gag. And like we had multiple people reach out to us and be like, I want to do Sky High. I want to do Sky High.
We said no.
We turned them down. We turned all of them down.
Reserved.
Because not only were you the first person, but I do love the fact that this episode will be titled Sky High with Cole.
Featuring Cole High.
And it could have been that much better because my mom was going to name me Skylar.
We could have
what
had
the hell
Sky
happened?
High with Sky High.
It would have been Sky High with Sky High. In an alternate world, that's the
Was
Greenlit episode that's coming
Skylar
out
like
this
the
week.
female name, or was it like it was regardless?
I actually think so. Sky High came out the same year I was born.
So she was a fan.
So, I think she was thinking Skylar, and then she thought I don't know if it was because of the movie. I think it was just because like Sky High is like a phrase. I think she was like, oh, I don't want him to get bullied or made fun of because of the phrase. And I'm like, dude, Mom, I wish.
I know she kind of fucked that
this
up.
moment.
I know,
For this moment.
for this
It
moment,
all led to
exactly.
this.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
What a movie.
But yes, Cole. So with should I just start calling you Skylar throughout this episode?
I was about to-
Totally.
listen, there are stage names. It's not too late to change it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like you,
So
Radio
Skylar-
Rebel had one.
okay,
Right.
listen. we could do. Let's cancel Sky High. We're talking Radio Rebel again.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do it a
Alright.
second time. Fuck this
Everybody
shit.
get up and dance.
'Cause You know
Start
what? We're
dancing.
gonna go.
Yes. 8 a.m. Get out of your seats.
No,
Yes.
don't do
Start
that.
dancing.
Do not do that.
Leave your math class. Okay,
It's the worst
so,
idea ever.
Cole, I want you to start with childhood stories. So why was this the movie that you came to us with? We asked you like, what do you want to do for Greenlit? You said Sky High. Why this movie? Where's the nostalgia?
Totally. I think this is one of the first movies that
Ever.
I watched. First movies ever, of course.
Of all time.
First movies that I watched, and I was like, oh my god, this is what high school is going to be like. And I can't put like my finger on the first time I watched it, but I know that after the first time I watched it over and over and over again. And my mom loves it. My brother loves it. It was something that we just continually watched, and I like fell so much in love with all the characters. And yeah, and I hadn't watched it in probably, I think, at least 5 years. So it was
Okay.
nice to revisit.
So this ran in the High family.
I was gonna say
oh
this
my
is
god, completely.
this
I mean,
is
it
a
was named
family
after
movie.
you.
It's not just a you thing. It's like your family
the
watched it a
family.
lot, and you guys kind of grew up with it all together. That's interesting.
Totally.
I mean, listen, if
It's
there's
yeah.
a movie called Sky Pelton, it's like the first episode
I mean,
of the show,
come on. You
If
gotta watch
that
You have
movie
to do
ever
it.
comes out,
which we're now making.
I will maybe be the first person to buy a ticket to that.
Deal.
the next Quaywood film drop.
Yeah.
Sky Pelton. Also,
I'll buy
by
a
the
ticket
way,
to my own movie.
this dude, Cole, I don't know if you listen to every episode, but so many times I'll say, we should reach out to this person, we should make this movie, and he either is 100% on board, or he's like, no fucking way, bit, and he does this like little Nick thing. But, trademark, little Nick thing, trademark.
A little Nick thing. That's good.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on a t-shirt, we'll sell it on Quaywood.com. But, I
not
said
even
a couple
the website
episodes
title.
ago. No, it's not. Don't go there. We don't own that URL. But I said a couple episodes ago, I forget who it was, but it was some fucking director or score guy. And I was
Yeah,
like,
Hans
we
Zimmer.
I was like, we should
Come on
get him.
now.
We should get him.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
That would be.
It'd be insane.
Wondrous.
But I have updates. So here's what happened. So I said we should get Hans Zimmer. And Nick, if you remember, I said if I get Hans Zimmer, you agreed to move to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You're still on board for that.
1,000%.
What are you about
You're
to
not
say?
getting
Pelton?
Hans Zimmer.
I may or may not have spent a couple days finding some emails
Perfect.
Through some connections I have.
I'm
That's
telling
since
you,
moving
you're
to
never
LA.
gonna get him.
Listen, did I get a response? Not yet. Okay, but
Okay,
there's been
okay.
some feelers that have been sent out.
Listen, I appreciate the Hans Zimmer Nick moves to LA updates. I think we should have these once an episode.
Okay. Start packing your bags.
Perfect.
You know, Pelton, I have faith.
I do too. Thank you.
I believe.
If anyone can
Hans Zimmer-
fucking do it.
Mr. Pelton, have you seen this movie? Was this one of those that just came out of nowhere and you had to watch this for the first time for the show? Or was there any sort of relevance in your childhood?
Okay, this is an interesting one because it's not Rango level, where
Right.
it like fundamentally shaped who I am as a person
Yeah.
without knowing it.
Weirdly, the most
But it's not
influential
like
movie of your entire
yeah,
life.
who knew? But it's not like your shitty Radio Rebel movie where I'd never seen it and it's awful.
Well, all right.
But I think like since the birth of this show, I think we've been talking about doing Sky High.
Yes.
This was one that I owned it on DVD, and I think it just sat in like a DVD closet for years. I watched it like once or twice. I don't have a lot of memories of it. I remember like a bus driver, and they flew into the sky, and then there was like a big robot, and that's all I got.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I think from what I remember of our list, that was like one of the first movies that we put, like, because our list is ever growing and it never shrinks ever. And one of the first, I think it's like one of the first 10 movies we ever put on that list after we had like season 1 of Greenlit was Sky High was
Sky
on
High.
there.
But do you remember why we didn't do it yet?
Because of Cole High.
We didn't know him yet.
Yeah, exactly.
This show's
good
3
point,
years
good point.
old. It's ridiculous.
That's
Subconsciously.
crazy.
Yeah.
But here's what
Crazy,
happened.
Crazy.
I knew Nicole Spirito, and she warned me. She's like, "Listen, there is the Emerson hero is coming,
Yeah.
the chosen one, and you
This guy's
cannot do
whole
Sky High until he's
personality
here."
is Sky High.
That's what they're calling me. They're calling me the chosen one.
I know,
Yeah,
trust me, I was on set with you. I know.
Yeah, well, you know me.
I was like, "Hey, he puts his pants on one leg at a time, too, guys. Okay."
Yeah.
He's just
Focus
like the
up.
rest of us, except his whole personality is Sky High.
That is true.
That part exactly. So Pelton, I'm curious. Have you? So the two things that you mentioned that you've seen, that you remember from the movie, are pretty towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Have you seen the whole movie,
Probably not.
or had you? Okay. Yeah.
Actually, you know what's interesting about that is the movie started, and you're right. The two things I remember were from the beginning.
Completely. The big robot is like
it's literally
so
like,
at the
one of the
so
opening
early.
scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm watching the movie. I'm like, oh, this is all coming back to me. And then halfway through, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know any of this.
Wow.
And then there was like a
Oh, that's
dance
great.
and like a crazy robot girl. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, this is a completely different movie. What is this?
Yep.
So I don't know if I just passed out during it.
So
Maybe I was on a new medication.
I will say, from my childhood, I remember seeing this a few times, but similarly, I only remember very specific scenes.
There you
And
go.
as this movie progressed, I started to not remember, especially the like spying on like the alien people, like spying on them. Like that completely did not exist in my brain. And I think the main parts that I remember were the training sequences with the coach when they were trying to like figure out if they were
so
superheroes
good.
or sidekicks. That was like the scenes that I remember. And now I don't know if this was like those scenes existed in like the DVD main menu, because a lot of the times that's where like those scenes stick out the most, because you just watch them over and over and over and
Yeah,
over. And
that's
over.
Yeah.
But those were the scenes that stuck out, and I think I realized after recently doing an episode on Zoom, the movie Zoom, and then now watching this movie, I think I combined a lot of the things of each of those movies because they feel very similar.
They're very similar.
And they came out within 1 year of each other.
Who was
Sky High was first.
Let's
Thank
go.
God.
Zoom
Thank
was
God.
second.
I haven't seen Zoom, but I already hate it.
Don't.
because it
It's
copied
so
not watch it.
terrible. It's very
Are you
bad.
serious?
It's
Really?
garbage.
I will say I take notes during the movies now because I try to pretend to take this show seriously. But one of the notes I put, I took like 4.
Yeah. I just took a bunch of notes. Everyone who's listening, I just showed them my notes, and they're awesome.
And he has
Sure,
like
I'm so
40. I had 4, and that's record breaking for me. I'm like, oh, it's the most
Yeah.
I've ever done.
I'm so
did
proud.
it.
Thank you.
The bar is
But
very low.
One of my notes literally was, this is a much better version of Zoom.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good,
like
thank
Zoom
God.
is like the shitty knockoff of this.
Yeah.
Honestly, like this is like Zoom's the one you
made
get like a
Zoom?
blockbuster.
Zoom was, I believe, Paramount Pictures.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
And
it's
now
Tim
this
Allen.
Is, and Tim Allen and Chevy Chase.
Right. Right.
So
in it?
You
Yeah,
get the dynamic
unfortunately.
duo of pieces of shit.
Wow.
And
So-
Courtney Cox is in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so bizarre.
Wild time.
Wow. It sounds bizarre.
It is insane.
Just watch our episode on it. Don't watch the movie.
Exactly. We had a
Probably will do.
fantastic guest on that episode. It was very fun. So going into production, this movie was directed by a guy named Mike Mitchell. Now,
Hero.
if he sounds familiar at all, it's because he directed Shrek Forever After. He directed Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked specifically.
The best one.
The First
All right.
Trolls, Kung Fu Panda 4, which came out relatively recently.
Oh.
And the Lego Movie 2. So a lot of sequels of like
Yeah.
major franchises.
I
And
think
he
if
was
anything,
also
this is the standout.
exactly
Completely.
Yeah.
And also in our Greenlit world, he was a story artist for Monsters vs. Aliens.
Oh, so he's
pretty
made
fun.
an appearance on here before.
Yes. Whether or not we mentioned it on the show,
Probably
I don't
not.
know. Probably not.
We do very little research here.
Right. Cinematography was done by Shelley Johnson. Now, she did the cinematography for Jurassic Park 3,
Oh,
Captain
okay.
America: The First Avenger,
Hey.
the Lego
Okay,
Movie
there
2,
you go.
and another Greenlit, Percy Jackson. Oh, wait. We haven't done this one yet. Percy Jackson
the second
and
one?
the Sea of Monsters specifically.
Oh, that's
What?
rough.
Don't say yet, because that implies you're going to make me watch it.
Summer of sequels, baby. Stay tuned.
Please
This
don't make me
movie-
do that.
Oh no! Oh no!
This movie was produced by a guy named Andrew Gunn, who produced
Cool last name.
Freaky Friday. He did Bedtime Stories, a potential, future Greenlit episode. Race to Witch Mountain, another one we might cover on the show, and 2 Disney theme park movies similar to Tomorrowland, which we talked about last week. Country Bears and the original Haunted Mansion.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Yes.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? Again, could be the medication. What the fuck is Country Bears?
Jamboree.
Oh.
So this movie was edited by a guy named Peter Amundsen.
Nailed it.
We got it.
Perfect.
He was the editor of Pacific Rim. Again,
Whoa.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked,
They what?
What is happening?
Zombieland, and Hellboy.
Wow.
So just the most eccentric career of all time.
What
Exactly.
a portfolio.
Now, I must say, I'm very excited for this next guy because we talked about
Ooh.
him last week on
Hans Zimmer.
Tomorrowland. The guy who did the score,
Oh, Michael.
Michael Giacchino. This guy is a legend. Again, we talked about him last week. He's
did?
one of my favorite composers of all time. I'm just going to read his credits.
It's
Okay.
insane. It's insane.
Zootopia 2, Fantastic Four, First Steps, all of the new Spider-Man movies, Lightyear, all of the new Jurassic World movies, Jojo Rabbit, Coco,
Right.
War for the Planet of the Apes, Rogue One, Doctor Strange, Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol, Up, Cloverfield, Ratatouille, Muppets: Wizard of Oz, Incredibles, Tomorrowland, and then in the parks he did the score for Star Tours and Space Mountain.
That's out of control.
This guy's a
I
fucking
knew-
legend.
I knew you'd love him so much. He is a legend.
We talked about this on the Tomorrowland episode, but the amount of music that he has in the parks, just purely because he did the theme for Up,
Yeah.
Incredibles, Ratatouille,
Oh, true.
out of control. Not to mention that he actually did original scores for multiple rides. It's insane.
It's crazy. Crazy.
It is
crazy.
absolutely
Such a guy.
insane. Do you guys want to guess how much this movie costs to make and how much it made in theaters? I want to hear your guesses.
Cole, I'll let you start.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think because it was Disney, but I don't know how many eggs they put into this basket.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point.
Right. And I don't know. Did it get a theatrical release?
Yes.
I think, yeah, it did. It did.
Mm-hmm.
It did. It did. It did.
The only reason I know that is because me and Nicole both thought it was a decom, and I looked it up, and it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go 100 million.
Ooh.
Okay. So
it.
we're, a little bit past the initial Marvel movies, superhero movies.
That's true.
are
Tobey Maguire and stuff was out.
get a
X-Men
little
was
big,
out.
they're doing their thing. So
Okay.
100 million, that's okay.
It's
Pelton?
tough because it's Disney. It's a theatrical release, and
Yeah,
the,
right.
and the cast is loaded.
Yeah.
You have Kurt Russell, not as a cameo, he's a
Yeah.
character in this movie.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, it's a big cast and it's Disney, and I think they were planning a sequel. I just don't think it made a ton of money.
It didn't make a ton of money.
Yeah,
That's-
it kind of
yeah.
bombed, right?
Yeah.
So you said 100 million. Oh, that was what I was gonna say. You son of a bitch. So do I go above you or under you?
That's the question.
Not the first time I've asked that in regards
Oh
to Cole
boy.
High.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Don't you love coming on this show?
I love it. I love it. It's
I'm
great.
gonna go under you. I'm gonna be a power bottom here.
Okay.
I'll say it was 80 million.
Okay, beautiful.
I think that's closer to what it is.
This movie was made for $35 million.
What?
Wow.
That's it?
35 mil.
That's awesome.
Now, on the flip side, how much do you think this movie made?
Oh no.
I know I know it got close to 100, but it didn't break it.
Okay.
There's no way.
I think it didn't break 100 million, and that was like the big thing. And it's
Yeah.
like, if it doesn't break 100 million, it's not going to get a sequel. So I think I'll say
Interesting.
90.
Okay.
Well, it's tough because you have 35 million. Usually you double it for marketing, so you're looking at like 70 million, which even then is still not a ton.
No, not
But
at
it like famously didn't make a lot of money.
all. No.
So if you say 90 million, I'm gonna once again be a power bottom here. I'm gonna say it made like 60.
Cole was almost on the money there.
Ooh.
$86.4 million.
That's close.
It made a little bit of profit. Hats
Not a
off to
ton.
you, Cole. That was a very, very good guess. In between working on the first and second seasons of the animated series Kim Possible, amazing show, by the way.
Wow.
Where's this going?
Creators Bob Schooley and Mark McCorkle, awesome name, by the way, had begun
Let's get
writing a
him
script
too.
for a live-action adaptation of Kim Possible, which ultimately never came to fruition. However, impressed with their work, the filmmakers here asked them to look into rewriting the script for Sky High, which had been previously shelved. So this thing has been, kind of in
it's been in the
development for a
works.
little while.
Okay.
So they were like, hey, this live action Kim Possible? Nah, fuck that. You're going to do Sky High and you're going to make
Sky
it
High.
awesome.
Wow.
So, similar to Kim Possible, Schooley and McCorkle wrote Sky High to be equally appealing to both children and adults. So that was their direction for this.
I think it's 100% successful in that.
I mean, you can
yeah.
tell.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
it doesn't really feel like a super kids movie.
No.
No, and
Not
it's
like
so,
Zoom.
it holds up so well.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do a lot of Kim Possible growing up.
Okay.
It was one of those, like, I had a crush from afar.
Yeah.
I was too scared to ever watch it. But would you put those two in the same category? Sky High and Kim Possible?
I mean, obviously they're slightly different because one's a movie, one's a show, one is animated,
fair.
one is live action. But in the way that they're framing it,
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Oh, you would?
It's geared towards children, but you still have those undertones of adult themes.
Yeah, that makes
that
sense.
you could
I
kind
see
of
that.
play into a little bit. So I would argue yes.
Okay, so it makes sense, like, you get the writers of Kim Possible, and you're like, hey, your tone, just match it with this.
Yeah, from like a pre-production standpoint, to me that tracks. Like if I was a producer, I would be like, yeah, it's the same tone that we're trying to go for. Let's
Sure.
see what happens here.
Okay, interesting, because again, I've never seen it. I just know it's, like, the redhead, and I was like, hell yeah, and then that was the extent of it.
Right. That's,
Did you say they were the writers of the show or just the live action?
No, they were writers of the show. Yeah, and they
were
were
They
doing
were writers
an
of the show
adaptation.
and they were doing the live action.
Yes,
Oh,
they
interesting.
were in between seasons of the animated show.
Oh, right.
So they
right, you
were,
said
yeah. Then they said, you know what, we're making this thing live action.
I don't really listen to a lot of what Nick says either. You're not alone.
Zones
Yeah,
out and
that's
just comes up
It
with a random
happens.
question.
I say, oh, medication, uh-huh.
Yeah.
that. Right.
So director Mike Mitchell said that Sky High functions on two premises. One, the adults are all insane. That was his words.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
two,
fair.
the girls are smarter than the boys. These were the two things that he kind of takes to this movie. The adults portrayed in the film tend to be caricatured, while the teenage girls are written as more assertive and powerful than the boys. So, I think that tracks. I think it makes sense of
100%,
kind of what they were
that
thinking in the
tracks.
beginning.
I didn't really pick up on it, but now that you say it, yeah.
Yeah, now thinking about it in retrospect, it's like, oh my god, totally.
Yeah, especially the female teenagers.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like actual people. Right. Unlike the glowing Succession kid. I forget his name, but
Yeah.
Oh, Zach.
Zach. I'm like, yeah,
This
Zach is just like a joke. but-
I have to say this now before we even get into plot. When I was watching this movie, my initial thought when I saw Zach is that this is the most Cole High character of all time. This is just how I pictured you in high school.
And now, are you complimenting
so
or insulting Cole here?
I would take it as a
Compliment,
He's
100%.
awesome.
He's
awesome.
such a cool, like, early 2000s dude. And I was
He's
like,
so funny.
I loved it. But yeah, I was watching it and I was like, that's so Cole High. I love it. So
Yeah, he's great.
Now, okay, question. Cole, if you acted like this in high school, which I can ask Nicole, I can get that confirmed.
You actually 100%
She's
can.
right
Wow.
outside.
Wow.
But what was your like wardrobe? Did you kind of walk the walk too?
Well, like Nicole, I went to a private school. with
Oh, there's a
uniforms.
uniform.
But
So
but
did
here's
I
the thing. Here's
for
the
high
thing. Here's
school.
the thing. Here's the thing. You had to wear the button up shirt. You
Yeah.
had to wear the khaki pants.
Mm-hmm.
But you could wear whatever tie you wanted.
Oh, there it is.
So I went crazy on the damn tie.
Hell
That's
yeah.
how you cheat. Yeah, that's how you got around the system.
It's the only thing you can do to like showcase your
It's the only
personality.
thing you can do. I couldn't even
feel
dye
that.
my hair.
That's
You
I
couldn't
wild.
do the
dye my
hot
hair in high
pink?
school. That's why I came to Emerson and dyed
Went
my hair hot
crazy.
pink.
You could finally be free.
I could finally be free.
Because I also, my thing was I had a dress code, and there was no ties unless we had like formal Thursdays, so you had to do like a suit and tie on Thursday. But most of the time it was just like a button up and khakis, and that's
Yeah.
all you had to do. But I went to school in fucking nowhere, New York, and it
Sounds
was
cool.
like on a mountain, so it was freezing cold. So you could kind of wear whatever jacket you wanted to.
There you go.
So you went crazy.
I went ape shit.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this was like prime, like I just discovered Oasis and Liam
gonna
Gallagher.
say, your
so I was
Pretty
getting
Green
all these
collection was
parkas and
probably
shit. Yeah.
up to par at that point.
That's how the Pretty
especially.
Green collection started.
See,
That is so
it's so
great.
funny that we all have different things. Because for me, it was similar. I had the button-down shirt, khaki
Yep.
pants. I went to a private Catholic high school, and the one thing, and they even gave us jackets. So like even when it got
Oh,
cold,
there you
we
go.
had the jackets. Like that was it. But the one thing where we could go crazy was the shoes. So I had all my different
Oh,
like Vans
really?
and my Nikes and my all these different things. Yeah, it's a weird one because you'd think
That's
that like
so
if they're-
interesting.
That's so
Yeah,
oddly
if they're
specific.
Going, yeah, if they're like going for a dress code, you would think that shoes would be the last thing that they allow you to kind of mess with.
Yeah, right?
But yeah,
Totally.
you could just showcase, your personality that way. So that's
now, were
that's
you
interesting.
walking around with like hot orange shoes, or like what were you doing?
Multicolored
Tell him,
shoes?
that's
yeah.
what you would have done.
1,000%.
I had like my go-to. I wore a lot of Vans in high school, so I had
okay.
like blue Vans, red Vans, and then like a multicolored one. It was like yellow, pink, blue, green.
That's my
like
Nick.
Yeah, so like
That's
that
my
was
boy.
that was fun. And then when I early in high school, when I was still playing basketball a lot, I would wear like my basketball shoes on like game day and that sort of
So
thing.
people knew.
Oh yeah. No,
They
I
never
I
forgot.
I had to make them know.
Well, of course.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
they have to know. I'm hitting the court later, baby.
Of course. See, I was like a weird walking contradiction because I'd have like a pretty green parka on and like the round John Lennon sunglasses. But then like I think for one full year my backpack had a big hole in it. And I couldn't like at the time
at the bottom, or-
yeah, like you couldn't put anything in it. It would just fall right through.
Oh.
Okay,
And I
Polar
couldn't
Express.
I couldn't afford a new one. So I think I went home and I just went to the basement and my sister had like her old like Dora the Explorer backpack from like elementary school. So for like a full year as like a senior, I just rocked a Dora backpack and like a Liam Gallagher coat.
And you know what?
And no one knew what to
There was
do.
an aura about
And you know what?
Probably a bad one if
I
you
bet
ask
you
most
thought
people.
you were the
but
coolest guy on the campus.
I fucking knew I was the coolest guy on the campus, okay?
The Dora
That's very
backpack.
fun.
I wish I
would-
could see that.
I was
Dude,
gonna say
they'll make
I
a statue
never.
of me one day.
The backpack was like, that's where you have to stay like low key, or else that's where
Oh.
they get you. Like that's when you get bullied.
You got nailed.
That's true. That is true. That's where you get bullied.
See,
Okay.
that's like the Catholic version. Mine wasn't Catholic. It was just a little boarding school.
Yeah.
They embraced the Dora.
I love that. So back to Sky High. Mike Mitchell, the director, he was a huge science fiction fan, and he stated that this project was a dream for him because it brought him together with 4 of his favorite science fiction heroes: Wonder Woman actress Linda Carter,
Oh, okay.
Snake Plissken actor Kurt Russell,
Okay, fair enough.
Ash Williams actors Bruce Campbell, and Cloris Leachman. Is that how you say their name?
Nailed it. Let's just
I
pretend you
guess.
nailed it.
Yeah. But yeah, so he came together with these people who he's been watching and like idolizing, and he was like, "Yeah, let's make a superhero movie with these people that I've like worshipped in film forever."
That is so
It's
cool.
the dream.
It is. Because, well, again, we said it. The cast is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
it is.
And now I know he's just like a fan of these people. That's kind of awesome.
Hey, I'm a fan of Hans Zimmer. So
And
There you go.
why do you think I've been sending emails, Nick?
no, you know what? I appreciate your efforts here. And
You
then
appreciate it more when we get them.
exactly. Final thing about Sky High, we talked about this a little bit earlier. In November of 2016, Disney announced a sequel to Sky High was in early development.
Right.
In January of 2019, Sky High director Mike Mitchell revealed earlier plans to make a franchise, but due to the film's box office performance, nothing came to be.
No.
The sequel would have been titled Save You.
Save You.
And featured the characters from Sky High graduating from high school and attending Save University.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
There were also plans to make a TV series, which the main characters, Kurt Russell and Kelly Preston, had signed on to reprise their roles for. So this is all like happening. And in March of 2024, not too long ago, Mike Mitchell still expressed interest in a sequel. He's still on this, almost 20 years later. But felt that since Disney bought Marvel, they see them as their superhero output. So kind of ignoring these like little,
because
high
it is
school,
kind of like a
college
direct
students.
competition, isn't it?
Yeah. He also stated that he would like to do a Sky High inspired project set in the MCU.
Yes, I saw this.
So
Let's do that.
I hope and pray that this somehow happens.
Oh, because you
And
totally
you know,
could.
the one actor that I've seen who is 100% on board, even now in like every interview she gets asked, is Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Really?
She says that this is her favorite thing she's ever done.
Oh my
Ever.
god.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's like so heartwarming.
I love that.
Well, okay. It could be interesting to do an MCU thing because you have like you could do like Runaways, Young Avengers. Like, there's a bunch of little teams like that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Sky
But
High.
you, like, if it's outside the MCU, one, you are kind of directly competing with the MCU, which you are putting out. So you're competing with yourself, which is tough. But then you do have like the Avengers campus problem. They built a $1 billion theme park
Wait.
that is basically just Sky High.
Are you saying that the Sky High students then need to show up in Avengers
At Avengers campus, yes. I
Okay,
want
I
like
love that.
I want like
So would
Coach Boom, whatever his name was.
In Save University, if that's still the title going forward, would they then incorporate parts of Avengers Campus into Save You, or change
Yeah.
it to Avengers University?
No, like you would go see Save You, and there'd be like the little like spider bots running
Yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah, right,
They call those
right.
little Easter eggs,
Okay.
and then you go
I'm
to
curious
Avengers
about-
Campus.
Is Avengers Campus kind of like outside of exists separate from time?
I mean, actually, yeah, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's perfect.
I would say Nick took me to. I was so pumped. I'd never been. And as you know, I'm a big MCU guy.
Of course.
As you can tell by the giant shield on my floor.
100%.
But we went. I remember like the first character we saw was Iron Man. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we're in pre-Endgame times. But then like Moon Knight showed up, and you're like,
Yep.
what is happening right now?
Yeah. Well,
Like, just none of it made sense.
That's the problem with like Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars area in Disney, because their whole thing when they first opened was they were like, this is based in the sequels. Like
Yeah.
this is all sequels, and no one's gonna stop us. And then cut to 2026, they announce, oh hey, remember Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and Darth Vader? They're all still alive, and they're all gonna be walking around
Why
as
not?
characters.
Oh, it's so tough.
Don't set it in a specific time, because then you have to constantly figure out how to work around it and explain yourself as to everything that you do. And that was the biggest problem with Avengers Campus, biggest problem with Galaxy's Edge. And it pisses me off because those are two of your biggest IPs that you purchased for so much money.
So much money.
Yeah.
They canceled Sky High for
unfortunate.
that shit. Okay?
Insane.
It's the biggest crime.
It's true.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
true.
We could have had Save You. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Fucking Tom Holland wanted to run around and have a little ride.
He
Okay.
could have been in Save You.
He could have.
Exactly.
He could have been in Save You. He could have had a career.
Oh,
could have been
1,000%.
Spider Boy.
He could have been famous.
Spider Lad.
Lad.
But before Save You, there was Sky High. So let's talk about the plot of Sky High. So we open with an animated comic book style intro, like a direct ripoff of Zoom, or vice versa.
Hey. Take it
Introducing
easy.
us
Yeah,
to
careful
two
there, bud.
superheroes, his husband and wife, the Commander and Jetstream. So we learn that the Commander has super strength and Jetstream has supersonic flight and like hand-to-hand combat. Like she's going crazy. They're both going
Yeah.
crazy. They're like
There's also, like-
celebrities.
Yeah, they're most famous people on planet Earth at this
Yeah.
point.
Yep.
It's also because we're like 2 minutes into the movie at this point.
30 seconds. Not
And,
like that's
I-
the opening intro.
Yeah,
like, that's the
30
intro.
seconds. I've never had so much like bipolar watching a movie. It was like the weirdest roller coaster of all time.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, not only okay.
What do you
let me back
mean?
that
Please
up.
elaborate.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Because this show has given me trauma in my real life at this point. Because I put this on,
My
and you're
God.
right, it opens like Zoom.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh,
just
fuck
flashbacks,
me.
huh?
I'm like, I used to like Cole, and now he's making me watch this. I'm like, this is going to suck. But then all of a sudden, fucking Kurt Russell's on my screen.
Yes,
I'm like,
and
so wait,
Everybody Wants
like-
to Rule the World is playing.
Yeah, like I don't know how to feel
Beautiful.
anymore.
That's such a good moment.
I had
that
to
opening.
I had to pause it and like go outside and be like, what is this enigma of a movie? I need to catch my breath. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's Whiplash.
To like lay in the grass and ground yourself a little bit because you're like, this can't be real. It's too
did.
perfect.
I took 6 more pounds of my medication. I'm like, I don't know what is happening.
Exactly.
Oh. Yeah.
It was a smart move.
Okay.
Yeah, totally smart.
Yeah, like
whatever you
I
think.
will need to have my stomach pumped after filming
Yeah.
this, but like
Okay. Okay.
it'll make for a great episode.
Worth it for that
We'll
episode.
make some phone calls.
This husband and wife, they're real estate agents by day and superheroes by night, and their son Will has no powers, or so we think. So we cut to Will's first day at his dad's alma mater, Sky High, the famous Sky High. Even as he and his best friend Layla, is it Layla? It's Layla.
It's Layla.
Okay.
Layla.
I
The
don't know if it
girl
was
from
Layla
The
or
Flash.
Lila. I think it's Layla. Yeah. Oh, I was like, where do I know her from?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
But yeah, even when they get on the bus, everyone knows that he is superhero royalty. Well, almost like a Harry Potter moment, I felt.
Yeah.
Like they were like, oh my god, you're the son of this guy. Like, you're famous. He's like, what are you talking about? I don't, like...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Okay.
con-
As
I'm-
always.
Shocker, right? I know. I get confused very easily. I was confused about how the world works a little bit. Just a little bit. This isn't like a fucking shady Radio Rebel Zoom thing.
Yeah.
But like
I understand that.
yeah, okay. So you have everyone on the bus and this fucking kid walks in. He's like, I forget his last name. So I'll just say I'm Will High. And everyone's like, "Oh shit, like you're the fucking kid. Like you're
Yeah.
Mr. Nepo, like your dad and mom are super big superheroes." They all know from the last name. But aren't the superheroes also like that's like their not real name? That's like their real estate name?
That is 100%.
You know what I mean?
So I mean maybe it's like within the superhero community, maybe they've got like a different
Oh, they
newspaper
all
that gets
know?
sent out.
But
Oh, it's
So
Oh,
the
so
newspaper
they're all
that goes
in
out
on
to
it.
the regular people, it's like, or maybe it's an app these days, you know?
Right.
The newspaper that gets sent out to the regular people, it's like the Commander and Jetstream take down this big robot.
Sure.
And then the one that goes to the superheroes is like, what are the names? Blank, Mr. and Mrs. Stronghold take
Sure.
down.
Yes.
So maybe
That's
it's
it.
like,
Okay.
I think that's probably what it is.
It's almost like a Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, because
Okay,
like
you know what?
also
Brilliant.
all of the students refer to each other by their name. Or wait, no, because they have like, what's his name? Speed, Quick. I don't remember his name.
Flash?
Maybe.
Just straight up the Flash.
No, but they like some of them have their superhero names already. Some of them are just because they just refer to him as Will, right? Like he
Yeah,
doesn't
they
have
do.
a superhero.
Yeah.
So I assume
Because they
that when
said
you're
you don't
in
get your
school,
name until you graduate.
right? So like I assume when you're in school, like if Kurt Russell's guy is the commander, he's like setting all these records and stuff at the school. He's doing his thing. I assume the people and then their kids and everyone like know him by his real estate agent name, and like you know, I don't know. It seems like they're all kind of in the same local community. If they're going to this high school, right? They theoretically are all living in the same little
true.
area.
School bus
Yeah.
picks them up pretty close to the other houses.
Yeah,
And,
so
like,
I-
Will
and,
walks home the girl.
Yeah, Layla knows.
Yeah.
and then I mean later he brings all his new friends over and it's like they know.
Yeah.
That's true.
So now here's my
It's
question.
like a Mormon thing.
Yeah. Okay. so here's my question though: is if this is confined to this community, are there other like competing high schools? Is there like
It
know?
would have to be, right?
Yeah, is there like Sky High 2, like in the next town over, and do they have like basketball tournaments and like, you know, they're all in the same like sports leagues, but for superheroes, you know, like Quidditch or something
Save
like
the
that.
citizen tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is there
I imagine there is I
that
imagine
sort of
there is.
thing? And then in that case, are the Commander and Jetstream as famous as we think they are, or is it just
just
like
in
are
this
they just
bubble?
like local heroes?
Well, they're like flying to
yeah, like Paris,
Italy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Paris
true.
and Italy
Yeah.
to take down these beasts. So they
they
been
have to
pretty
be
big all
pretty
around.
famous across the world.
Okay. Another question. Because again, shocker. I'm just sitting there with
Confused.
big old question marks above my head the whole movie. But let's pretend that he's the father is going under his real name. Because like you have Superman who goes by Clark Kent, but he's like an alien. Like that's not his real name. But in this movie, like it seems like no, these aren't aliens. These are humans that are like born on Earth. So I'm assuming his like real estate name is his actual name. So when he goes to Sky High, whatever his name is, again, we'll call him like Kurt High. Who cares? Kurt High takes off, and they're like, "Oh, it's Kurt High. Like legally, he has legal papers that say Kurt High, etc."
Yeah.
But like using that logic, how do you explain the high school and college years if Sky High and like Sky U or Save U is like a secret that's up in the like the clouds? Like this is a real guy, so like where the fuck has he been for the last 8 to 10 years?
Oh, you mean Will?
Well,
The
both.
kid? Well, sure. Oh, just like
What is the cover up?
that's-
Yeah, what's the cover up?
What does his degree say?
Exactly.
I'm sure
What's his
they have
degree?
like a business affairs person that will take care of
Like
that.
cheats it?
For
Yeah.
yeah. Like they
Like when
have
he applies
to
to be like a real estate agent, they're like,
Yeah.
all right, tell us about your college years. You're like, uh-oh. Like,
Yeah,
what the
no,
fuck do you say?
they have to have some sort of like vetting system that they get trained, and they have their backstory, they have their fake passports, whatever, so then they can get their job, whatever they have to do.
But okay, so this world, they know that superheroes exist,
Yes.
but they all are secretive about their powers.
I don't know. Well, also, okay, another question.
Right.
Because there's a little throwaway line of when Will walks on the bus and he goes, hey, is this the bus for Sky High? And the driver's like, what the fuck you doing? Like, you're going to blow our cover.
Right.
So are people aware that Sky High exists, but they just don't know where it is? Or they're not aware of Sky
Yes!
High at all?
Oh, because why would they know that Sky High is?
Why would they know?
Oh, these questions, Pelton, you have such great insights.
See, this is the same brain that wrote Your Mama's Pie.
There you go.
All comes from right
Wow.
here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're right. I don't know. Maybe it would have been explored in the sequel.
You know, it would have
Exactly.
explored the cinematic universe.
There would have been more, but we're stuck with this one.
The SHCU, we could have had
You know
it.
what? No, 2024 was the last time that publicly it was addressed. I feel like it's been 21 years now since this movie came out. I feel like the train's not stopping. We're gonna keep going until we get this thing across the finish line.
Why don't we
So
do it?
I
Do you
have,
think they're gonna
I
get
have
Nicholas
a
Braun back?
sneaking suspicion that eventually, when all the other IPs are out of sequel juice, everyone's like, "I'm sick of Moana. I'm sick of Captain America."
Hey.
We gotta tap into some older things that could bring back the nostalgia. We gotta get Sky High because
Sky
it is
High.
a generational film. I like all of my friends and their siblings and children. Like everyone is talking about this movie.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting my shot now. I think the sequel is going to be made, and I think we're going to learn about all these things during Save You. We then see Commander and Jetstream stop a particularly terrible CGI robot. And this was, again, the memory that I think Pelton said that he remembers most.
It's just terrible. I remember it being cooler, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
the CGI is absolute dog shit. But as far as I'm aware, again, they're like overseas, they're doing their thing. He makes a joke about how like his mom will come home and like pick up dinner, and it's like from Italy and Paris, whatever.
it's just a better Zoom.
Yeah,
It's like remember, I think with Zoom we had so many complaints of like this world just isn't fleshed out at all.
No.
But this,
not
there's
explained.
like all those little details in it.
Yeah.
Like she
It's-
flies to Italy, get a pizza. That's such an adorable little detail.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's not needed, but it's just so nice.
But it's nice when you have that because it doesn't take long to do. But when you do it, you feel like the world makes more sense. Even though we did just talk about how many questions we had about it.
Yeah.
So Will and Layla get to Sky High, our lovely high school. And it literally is a high school that is super high up in elevation. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. It's a high school in the sky.
No, also,
Yeah.
I can't help myself. Because listen, I have a whole other podcast where the whole point of it is I want to direct a Marvel movie. So when I see stuff, I naturally just connect it to the MCU.
Of course.
So can we not talk about the fact that Sky High is just the Red Room? It is. Like, how much do you
yeah.
remember of Black Widow?
Almost nothing.
Not enough.
Okay, don't worry, I got you.
Perfect.
Okay, so ready.
The Red Room is like where all the Black Widows are trained, and it's like terrible. They're abused.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And
Whatever.
the whole thing is like, whatever, who cares? And the whole thing is like, they don't know where it is. They can never find it. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching Sky High, and all of a sudden they get in a bus, and the seatbelts come on, and they fly up.
Yep.
And it goes, oh, it's a place in the sky that's constantly moving, so no one can find its location. That's literally just the Red Room.
Sounds a little familiar.
Shoot.
So does it ring any bells, guys?
Crazy.
Like, the Red Room is just this. It's an evil version of Sky High.
Evil Sky High.
It's evil Sky High in the sky, and it's
Evil High.
constantly moving.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
Well, and then it's
you know,
like
it's-
the connection back to Harry Potter is just the Chamber of Secrets too. Like,
Well, yeah, straight up. Yeah.
You know, every place has got a secret little home.
exactly. So Will falls in love with the student body president Gwen. This is the big emotional turning point of this
Oh my
movie,
God.
and
I was in love
very
with her.
similar
Dude,
to
I get
Zoom.
it.
Yeah, exactly. And very similar to Zoom, they have an animated logo transition. I literally was like having flashbacks because I was like, this is exactly what happened in Zoom. It was insane. So,
But like,
That was crazy.
it was like it's. I feel so bad because it's a cool transition, but Zoom just gave me like
Really?
I got like a stroke from
Yeah.
watching Zoom. Like,
Oh my
They
god.
do it a lot.
It came out of nowhere when I was watching Sky High, and I was like, oh my god.
yeah, they do it. They do it a good amount. They just like
they do it
Yes,
a lot.
it's
Yeah,
just
they do.
kinda I feel like Zoom only had like a few, but here I feel like it's like every other scene.
They love it.
No, I like how Sky High did it. Zoom like almost didn't commit to the bit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
If you're gonna
This
do
one
it, lean
was really
into it.
leaning into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get to orientation where they meet the principal and they get sorted into superheroes and sidekicks based on their power demonstrations to, I think it was Coach Boomer. That was his name.
Coach
Yeah.
Boomer.
Incredible name, by the way. Amazing 2005 joke. So again, this was the scene that I kind of remembered. So they're all demonstrating their powers, and then he's sort of, sorting them like the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter. I think this movie just is Harry Potter.
Yeah, just with Black Widow for some
Yeah,
reason.
exactly.
Which totally came out already.
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
So we learn that Warren Peace, another student at the school, that's his name, he's
What a
Why?
name.
Why?
What a name.
Warren Peace. I love it.
It's such a bizarre. Like, there's no other weird like literary jokes like that.
Right.
It's just this random War and Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It's
There
so
are.
out of nowhere.
It's so insane. But yes, he's the son of a supervillain who's Will's.
They're in battle.
I love that you grabbed that. That's beautiful.
Yep.
But yes, his dad was the guy who, one of probably many people who Will's dad imprisoned. So he has it out to get Will. He's visibly just constantly pissed off at Will from across the school cafeteria.
He just stares at him.
He hates his guts.
I thought he had a crush when I first watched
yeah.
it. But again, I was also like high as God on this new medication, so I wasn't sure what I was watching.
Misinterpreting
but-
the death stares as like
The brooding look.
Well, I thought it was like that Twilight thing. Where it's like a
Right.
brooding, like he's in
Okay.
love. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
May- I mean-
Star-crossed lovers.
It's just like that girl in Rated Rebel who's like actually the hero of the movie.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just-
we don't
it's
have
a
to-
misinterpretation.
No, we can talk more about that.
Yeah. So we also see that the school bullies, who I said earlier was the Flash. It's not. His name is Speed.
It's Lash.
And Lash.
Lash and Speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Speed and Lash invite Will.
They just got rid of a letter.
Yeah.
Okay, you have War and Peace and then Lash.
Speed and Lash invite Will to hang out with them and basically bully the sidekicks. This is their whole thing. They're like, we're superheroes. We're gonna beat the shit out of these like scrawny little kids. And this is all before Will is deemed a sidekick for not having powers. Now,
Now, okay, I gotta be honest.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
no, please.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but it's Lash and what was the other knucklehead?
Speed.
Speed.
Speed. I think Lash and Speed are the unsung heroes of this movie.
Wow.
And I'm gonna be hanging
Wow.
up the Zoom right about now and canceling the rest of this show.
Okay, so Pelton, I do actually think they're awesome. I mean, you find out later that they're like a part of some big terrorist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if it
mean,
wasn't for that-
yeah, right. I mean,
But as bullies, they're kind of. I love their powers. I love that Lash has he wears like the stripes, so every time he uses his
The stripe
like
stretch?
powers, it has like a million stripes.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Makes no
That's
sense for a
awesome.
shirt, but I'll accept
Well,
it.
no, he has special superhero clothes.
Yeah, perfect. I love it.
Well, yeah, it's like the Hulk. Like, he has those stretchy pants.
Right.
Yes, but I think they're awesome. I don't know about heroes, but
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not heroes.
No.
But. Can we blame them when truly the system is set up to bully the sidekicks in the first place? It's been that way since the dawn of this school.
That's true.
Guess,
That's
but it's
true.
like,
Like, do they have blame? Yes, obviously.
yeah, it's like,
But, like,
They're cogs.
just because classism exists doesn't mean that you have to play into it.
That's
Like,
hey, wonderful.
You got me there.
Most people at this school don't do that, so it's like,
Okay,
Yeah.
now-
These two are like the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah,
of the
They really
worst.
are, aren't they? If it wasn't like, if it wasn't for the fact that they did join a terrorist group and try to kill thousands of people,
Well, not kill baby.
Not kill.
Turn them into babies.
like reset them, I
Right.
guess.
reset them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
okay, are they the worst bullies? Yes, but just a question: if they didn't bully, would they have been outcast and gotten bullied
if
themselves?
they didn't bully, who
Perhaps.
would?
You know what I mean? Who would?
Perhaps. Yeah,
Someone's gonna
someone's
fill
gotta
that
do it.
void.
Maybe Will has
Someone's
to.
got to do it.
You know, maybe that was the sequel. Will
Again,
turns
like,
into
what
the
if Harry
bully.
Potter went to Slytherin? That's, you know what I mean? Like, it's the question that we're all asking.
True, yeah. There's like the 8-hour YouTube videos on that.
What would be
We're
different?
now
good.
gonna make like a 8-hour video essay. Like, what if Will is the true bully of Sky High?
That's just gonna be the rest of this podcast.
Probably, yeah. Again, you do have the terrorist problem. It's the one
mean,
exception.
you know.
Yeah, probably good.
What
point
can you
there.
do?
It's like if my girl from Radio Rebel was like a terrorist, I'd be like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
like they're almost in
thank
the
God
same
she's not,
category.
because that movie would be insane.
That would be crazy. You know who's bad? You know who's bad in this movie? Who I think, I mean, he comes through in the end a little bit. Like he tries to stand up for them, but Coach Boomer drops a car on Will.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
does.
tries to kill
And
him.
Will, and then after Will is like, no, I don't have, I can't do it. I don't have super strength. He then launches him into a concrete wall.
He tries to kill him.
So I don't know if that's.
You know what?
I mean, maybe
He's a boomer.
Maybe that's just standard.
Well,
He's a
also,
boomer.
he is a boomer. You also have, he's like the king of segregation at this school.
Completely. Layla calls it. She calls power placement fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she's not far off.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Because, like, not only does he, like, segregate the students, he literally says, I don't care if you get your powers later. If you develop, you are stuck in these positions.
That's it. The system's not
You know,
changing.
there's an interesting metaphor here. I'm just saying. There's layers.
The school nurse informs Will that there is one other student who has been the child of two superpowered parents, because usually they only have one superpowered parent with no powers. And this person is the bus driver, Ron, who I think is the unsung hero of this movie.
Yes. 100.
He
100.
is a
100%.
fucking legend. I love him.
Ron Wilson. Bus
I've
driver.
had my fair share of wonderful bus drivers in my lifetime, and I have to say that he would definitely be up there if he was my bus
He's up
driver.
there.
For sure.
You know what's weird is he is the unsung hero, but he was my strongest memory of this film.
Yeah.
He's great.
Like, I don't remember anything from it besides him.
He was a funny
Well,
like
and the
actor.
big robot.
Well, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
And the big
I mean,
robot.
how can
Yeah.
you miss it?
Yeah, he is great. He is great. And when you find out that he doesn't have superpowers, they like cut to the shot of him like swinging the broom or swinging like a mop or something outside.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, he is such a sweetheart.
I
You
love
like,
him.
yeah, you just want to give him like a big hug. I'm like, it's gonna
Yeah,
be okay,
Big hug.
man. Like,
Well, and then it is.
you're gonna fall into a vat of
Yeah,
acid.
yeah.
And then it is.
Fine.
And then it is. And then it is.
So he gets his justice, which we'll get to later. But unaware of what happened to his son, Steve shows Will his hidden trophy room, the secret sanctum. He expresses a particular fondness for the pacifier, which is a weapon he took from his presumed dead arch nemesis, Royal Pain, 16
Now-
years earlier, failing to notice a hidden camera in a new trophy. Now, this is the part where I was like, what? Like, they cut to, like, the people spying on them. It's the alien guy and, like, the big villain, which we'll get to. But I was like,
I think Stitches.
what the fuck? Yeah.
I think so.
That guy.
He's like, Uncle. It's played by the dean from Community.
Well, okay.
Oh.
I'm about to blow your fucking
That
mind.
I did not
okay?
know.
This movie is called Sky High. Our guest is Cole High. Jim Rash is in this movie. Guess what his character's name in Community? Dean Pelton.
Dang. And you know who
Dude,
made this movie?
We were
Good.
born to cover
You know
this.
who made this movie?
Wow.
Warner Brothers. Now imagine.
Oh!
I wait. That would have been
It
the
would have been a whole trifecta. It would've
yeah,
been so
cherry
special.
on top there.
Now,
Wow.
was that the only one that was kind of disappointed in the Secret Sanctum? It was just like a gray concrete building.
There's a pool table.
Yeah, there was a fucking pool table.
That was, like, the one
It had
cool
some
thing.
cool lighting.
There's a pinball machine.
There was a pinball machine.
cool lighting,
But even
they
like
had,
their
like,
awards,
the-
they only had like 4.
You slide down on a pole. Like when I was a little kid watching this movie, that was all I wanted.
Yeah, maybe
Was the pole?
you could get some
It was
like
the Secret Sanctum.
Just the pole.
maybe you could get some like natural wood walls in there, but like other than that, it's pretty fucking cool.
Well, I thought it would be
Pretty
like,
damn
okay,
cool.
also knowing the budget, I guess it makes more sense. But when they first were going into the Secret Sanctum, I'm like, okay, this is either going to be a parody of like the Bat Cave, or it's going to be like the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
Because he is Superman, if we're being honest. He's just Superman. So I was expecting like big frozen icicles or like a big open cave, and it was just like
But
concrete.
is it not like it just in his basement?
Well, yeah, it's disappointing. It's just like his base. There's probably stairs down.
Yeah.
Like he just does a pole for no reason.
Because it's
just
just
like-
Because how do they get up?
How do you get up? That's
You climb the
true.
pole.
well, he does have super strength, so he could get himself up there.
Yeah, but Will doesn't.
True, he's fucked. His
He just sent his kid down with no powers. Like, all right, good. You
well,
just
I mean,
live here now.
we find out later that his dad just fucking freaks out when he finds out that he doesn't have powers. So I would imagine
Well, that
he would
is
lock
true.
him down there and be like, "You have to
Oh.
find your way up and develop powers. Good luck."
You know, I'm learning now. There's a lot of weird class and racial tones here.
It is this movie, if not anything else, is a movie about classism. 1,000%.
Yeah, like genuinely.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But again, I was watching it just high as a kite, so I didn't catch
Well,
any.
yeah,
of it.
and also just like the animated logo transitions and you
my God.
can't
Oh
think
my God.
too much about the
I'm
classism in this
captivated.
movie.
I'm captivated. No. not at
So
all.
Will joins hero support and learns all the fun ways to be a sidekick, all while being taught by a guy who was a sidekick to his dad and is seemingly obsessed with his parents, specifically his mom, which is a little interesting. When he gets back home, Will tells his dad that he is a sidekick and he has no powers, and his dad freaks the fuck out. He does not
And
like
that
this.
scene is like a coming out scene.
Yes,
It is.
Yeah,
It really
it's
is.
1,000%.
It oh my God. I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, he's coming out.
He's coming
have
out.
a-
Because he's like so subtle about it. He was like, well, you know, some of my friends are sidekicks.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like nice of you to like keep them around. And then he was like, well, it's not so bad
you
to be a
feel-
sidekick. Would you be okay if I was a sidekick? And you're like, dude, you just replace a couple words there. And
Yep, it's crazy.
And then
yeah.
the dad, he like freaks out. He's like, why are you doing this? Like, this is crazy. So
Doesn't
wow.
he like break the kitchen island? Yeah, he like gets
He like
really
flips,
mad.
yeah, he like flips the
He freaks
table.
out.
He's like freaking out.
Well, he's mad later and he like puts the cue through the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
ball on the pool.
He's like a violent guy.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
totally.
Yeah, for like a seemingly, you know, mild-tempered superhero, he flips his lid on his son way too often.
Yes.
Well, also, like, okay, they do present him as mildly tempered, but there's like a couple clues that there's more going on.
Yeah.
Because you have this scene, and then there is like the pool cue. But even like, he takes out a cell phone to call the school.
Oh, it just shatters.
And he
like,
shatters it, and
7
then he
more.
opens a drawer, and there's like 8 more of them. So you're like, oh, this is a common occurrence, his violence.
Yeah.
And like how much of that
This-
is his anger and how much of that is just like him being clumsy with his super strength? I don't know. But
Good point.
but obviously you see that it is truly his anger. And
I think it is, because like at this point, it seems like at this point he's mastered his powers and he knows how to control them. It only comes out when he's angry.
I feel like
So, like-
I feel like in this movie too, it's almost like it's a little bit like politics where you can't get to a certain level within that realm unless you're completely self-obsessed and like willing to stop at nothing to get to where you are. So like it comes out
Totally.
in these like fits of rage and anger, but he becomes the
Yeah.
greatest superhero of all time.
Yeah, I totally see that.
Yeah, because like, okay, why is he truly angry? Is it because his son doesn't have superpowers, or he had a whole publicity plan to be like, oh, the ultimate family superpower,
Oh,
like,
Stronghold 3.
Stronghold 3? It's
Right.
all a PR move.
Yeah.
I think
No,
I don't think he gives a shit about his kid.
It's
I
all
think
about
the
keeping up
publicity
face.
of
Again,
it.
it's the classic.
It's like how Stacy wanted to be the prom queen and wanted
Exactly.
she wanted to go with
Careful.
him.
She wanted
to
the
go with
the hot
popular guy, but
boyfriend.
just because he was the popular guy.
Exactly. She didn't actually
Okay.
like him.
There's a defense. I don't remember that movie, but there was a defense.
There was a defense.
Your
At
your
one
defense
point in
was
time,
that
there
she liked him, but
I just liked her.
Yeah, 1,000%. So the next day in school, Will gets into a fight with War and Peace, the coolest name ever. And during this fight, he realizes that he actually has powers. And initially, he finds out that he has super strength. And naturally, because of the fight, he gets detention. And his mom is, rightfully so, upset that he got detention. But his dad is finally happy
He gets him an Xbox.
that he has powers.
He does.
So Will is promoted to superhero, and all of his friends, unfortunately, stay back as sidekicks. And he starts hanging out with Gwen more and more and neglecting his true friends. And this is where things really take a turn for the worse for good old Willy boy over here.
Wow. Yeah, you guys close?
Yeah, we're best friends.
Cool nickname you got for him?
Yeah. So Will gets teamed up with Warren during Save the Citizen, which is what I'm saying. Like, do they have like regionals? Do they have nationals? Is this like a thing amongst the different?
Maybe.
Who knows?
I imagine.
Yeah, but it's almost like a kind of pep rally sort of thing for superheroes where they kind of go up against one another. They try and save the citizen, this like mannequin thing with their powers, and the other team tries to kill them. And depending on if the guy, the mannequin gets destroyed or not, determines who wins. So Speed and Lash are undefeated. They go out, they do their thing. They their powers complement each other very well. So they beat up
It's like
everyone.
a pinball machine. He's like, ping, 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 ping.
Exactly.
Quite literally is a
They
pinball
do the
machine.
sound.
They're way
Yeah, they
too
do.
good. And War and Peace and Will combine their forces. I think War and Peace, he has like fire. That's his power, right?
Yeah.
And naturally, Will has his strength, and they team up to defeat Speed and Lash and become the first freshmen who ever win.
But this is also one where they start playing Save the Hero, and the scene starts. I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea for like a superhero school. Like, oh, they probably would have something like that. Like, I like that. And then, like, Lash and Speed, whatever. I think I got it right. Those two, the coach is like, okay, who do you want to go against next? And I was like, oh, like this is forced participation.
Yeah.
Even if you're a
King of the
sidekick,
Hill,
they can
but
just call you out.
They just
Exactly.
When they pick Will and War and Peace, it's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's a badass moment, but I'm like, the rules of this game are wild.
Yes.
Fair.
You could just call out anyone you want, including someone like Will still attended this school when he had no powers. So theoretically, if his powers didn't unlock yet, you could just call him out and beat the shit out of him.
Well, yeah, and
Like,
also
that's
like
insane.
you could then call out freshmen at
Sidekicks.
Yeah,
you
and
call
people-
sidekicks.
Right, people who have never won before, and
Like the girl
essentially
who turns into a ball.
yeah, like
Yeah, just call her down and just kick her out, and then just you win.
exactly, and then it's just King of the Hill, and it's just unfair for
I'm like,
whoever
how is this? How is this the rules of this? There's
And
no
also,
way.
when do they stop? Because it seems like, oh, you won. Who do you want next?
You go just forever.
You go forever until you defeat the whole school.
Well, that was genuinely that was my thought. I was like, do you like have to defeat everyone in your way to become the champion? And
think
if that's
so.
the case, what if you get down to the last people and you lose? Do they then have to start over and face everyone in the
restarts.
school?
From the top.
It's like
Yes.
a multi-day event, and then when you get to regionals, nationals, the world champion, like it gets intense. This thing is crazy.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like on the surface level, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. This seems sick, especially as like a kid. But then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is a blood sport. Like,
Oh,
this school is
100%.
insane.
100%.
100%.
Speed just goes around War and Peace a bunch, and then he just can't breathe.
He's gonna kill him.
well, and not to mention the offhand comment that they used to use real people, real citizens,
Yes.
for
They kill
this
people.
event. So if you think about even the logistics of like you get like 3 rounds, that's 3 people that die per however many
Yeah.
times they do this a year. Because again, it seems like a pep rally. It's not like an annual.
We saw
thing.
the spikes. It
It seems like something that
They
they
were-
like
they were
practice
real.
and they do like once a month, once a quarter, whatever it is.
Wow.
it's intense. I wonder
And
how many
also, like,
casualties this game has.
With tons, because Lash and Speed always play villain, and they've never been defeated. Which means
they
if
always
they're
die.
using
Which means
civilians,
they're just everyone.
they're killing people every time.
Every time, multiple times per event.
Wow.
And let's assume like the school is small-ish. Let's say there's like 100, 200 students. I think my school is like less than 200, it's like 170. But you're only playing 2 people per round. So you're looking at what, like 70, 80 rounds? That's 80 civilians dying.
Per however many times they do it, even if it's annually.
Probably once a week.
That's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like their
80
gym
people.
class. That's crazy.
Like, what is going on at the school?
It's so insane. So, moving on. Gwen shows up at Will's house and convinces the Stronghold parents to come to homecoming as honorary guests. Meanwhile, Will leaves Layla in the dust by not showing up to their dinner plans that they had established during the day, which is insane that, like, they talked about it that day during class, and then later that night he was like, no, I don't give a shit anymore.
Okay, but I've done that.
He was blinded. He was blinded by Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
I don't. Can you blame him?
Nope.
There's a whole movie about some dude fighting exes for her.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, I get it.
Yeah. So Layla realizes that Warren works at the restaurant that she goes to, and she admits to him that she is in love with Will. Who would have thought?
Yeah, shocker.
So Gwen asks Will to homecoming, and Will tells Layla that this the next day before she gets the chance to express how she really feels, which sucks. Cause like she was like, ramping up to like tell him how much she loves him and how she wants to go to homecoming with him, and then he was like, I got this hot chick and we're going and we're gonna have a really
The
good
ultimate
time.
betrayal. The ultimate betrayal.
It's
That
awful.
line
And
where
they're
she's
like best friends.
He's like, where'd you hang out with Warren? And she's like, she says the name of the restaurant. She's like, 8:00.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
Dude, the ultimate, like, petty badass shit is him showing up to the bus stop and she just hands him a fortune cookie.
Hands him a fortune cookie.
Dude,
It's crazy.
that
And
is
he's like,
brutal.
oh, I love these.
Yeah,
He
this
he almost ate the paper. He just
piece of
chowed
shit
down.
just ate the whole thing and didn't even acknowledge like, where did you get this? Thank you.
What a
like
dick.
nothing. It's like, thanks, bitch. By the way, I got a hot girl going to homecoming with. It's like, all right.
And then like 40 minutes later, he's like, "Oh, what was your news?"
Yeah,
totally
right.
forgot.
They're like, yeah, they're halfway to Sky High at this point.
And then she's like, oh, I'm going to homecoming with War and Peace.
Yeah.
Your mortal enemy.
Bitch.
Fuck you. She's the best. But yes, and throughout all of this, there are these, the alien jester guy. That guy, thank God I didn't, this didn't stick in my brain. Or, I didn't register that this guy was a real character in this movie. Because this, I could already tell when I was watching this. I was like, this would have scared the living shit out of me as a kid.
Uncle.
But, this reminded me of, a Spy Kids,
Oh, 100%.
live action, but then at some point is CGI,
Like the big
little
thumb.
bit. Yeah, exactly that.
Exactly.
It's just so weird and uncanny. But essentially, there's the alien jester guy, and then the main villain who are spying on the strongholds, and they want to steal the pacifier weapon. Who could it be? We're gonna find out soon.
Steen Pelton.
Exactly. Gwen convinces Will to throw a party for the homecoming committee, which ends up being way more people than expected. And she carries out a plan with Speed and Lash to steal the pacifier. Gwen tells Layla that Will doesn't like her, which is,
Brutal.
manipulative and terrible.
That is such a brutal scene.
And Will's parents crash the party, and they are pissed off. Will also dumps Gwen the night before the
Dumps
dance,
Gwen?
which is a crazy
Get 'em.
move. I didn't
She's
expect
like, you don't
that.
dump me. You don't dump me.
She gets fucking pissed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people being pissed off in this movie.
Also, one of my favorite moments in this whole sequence, because it's such a teenage guy move. And I'm like, I can watch it now and laugh at you, but I get it. I would be in your shoes too. Where he goes into the secret sanctum for the first time, and Kurt Russell was like, the one rule that I have had since my own father built this place is just don't bring anyone else in here. Mm-hmm. And Will doesn't even fucking hesitate.
No.
The girl's like, can we go somewhere private? He's like, I got you. Let's go.
That's all it took.
That's all it took.
He recommends it.
Yeah, right.
I know a
I
private
can't
place.
even blame him for it. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish there was somewhere we could go private. Oh.
I know a spot. Well, and it's
literally.
it's like the high, you're not supposed to be there. You're with the girl.
Exactly.
I
adds to it.
I do get it, unfortunately.
He wanted to show off the Xbox and stuff.
He's only human.
It's just
He's
cool
only
as
human.
fuck.
It's an
With
impressive
super
room.
strength. Yeah.
It's like when I show people my cereal closet, like it just blows
Right,
them away.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though you were ragging on how shitty it looked like 20
Yeah.
minutes ago.
And the only person I showed it to, I never heard from again.
So that night, while upset about the events of the party, Warren tells Will that he and Layla are just going to the dance to make him jealous, and that Layla is in love with Will. Thank God this unfolded, because the rest of the movie would not have happened if not for this.
Yeah.
That's true, actually.
So Will notices that Gwen is in his dad's yearbook. She is immortal. This is the point where I was like, wait, hang on here.
Yeah.
She's also holding the pacifier in this photo, which he also notices in that moment has been stolen from their house.
I'm only now just realizing that. See, the meds are wearing off, so all of a sudden the movie's clicking. Does that make sense? Because, like, Kurt Russell never connected the dots that this weird girl he went to high school with, and very publicly had the pacifier, it's in the yearbook, is never the supervillain that he fought 20 years ago.
And I think it's just because all the adults are caricatures and stupid.
You know, fair enough.
Because
Fair
literally, when the first time they look at Sue Tenney in the yearbook, she is sitting directly to his
right
left.
next to him.
Like, literally right there. And he's like, oh, man, this girl was so weird.
She was a freak, dude.
Okay,
To her face.
The only way I am going to play devil's advocate here is she does have like a suit, and it seems like no one knows that that person is a woman. Like the supervillain is a woman
Royal
until
Pain,
it's
right.
until it's
Yes.
revealed like later in this movie. But at the same time, to your point, I think that if Kurt Russell's character, spent enough time with her, and because they literally have dinner together, you would think
they do.
that not only the looks, but like the mannerisms, the speech, something about her, like you would have to act like, hey, who are your parents? Like you would think he
What's
would
going
like
on here?
ask a little bit more, but no.
Well, it's
He
like
does not.
it's even worse than that. I think the gun is the worst part.
Yeah,
Like, I was like, I don't know if I
Totally.
can buy this, because it's such a uniquely bizarre weapon. So you're gonna remember that a gun that turns you into a baby. So if you went to high school with someone and it was publicly known, hey, she made this gun that turns people into a baby, and then like 10 years later you fight this supervillain with armor, fair enough, like you don't know who she is, but then it's the same gun.
That's true. But you're neglecting the fact that Royal Pain has the voice of Patrick Warburton.
That's not true, is it? Don't
It
say that.
100% is true.
No, it's not.
wait.
The voice of the armored villain Royal Pain in the 2005 movie Sky High is provided by actor Patrick Warburton.
It is.
Warburton provides the deep electric and booming vocal effects for the suit. Yeah,
Holy shit!
Oh my God.
That's like, we almost bring him up every single episode.
I was honestly surprised that he hadn't been brought up yet.
I cannot believe
Yeah, because we
this.
would have said it in production if we knew.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did not know
God.
that. That absolutely blows my mind. Well, welcome back to the show, Patrick Warburton, one of our Greenlit legends, our Hall of Fame people.
Probably the number one Greenlit legend.
This adds him in the upper echelon of someone who's not only done 5 movies, but now has done 6 in our
You know what?
filmography. This is incredible.
We'll get him after Hans.
What a guy.
Yeah. We got to use
Totally.
Michael to get to Hans to get to Patrick. That's the
Yep.
Exactly.
easy.
That's the ladder.
Even though I would
It's an
argue
easy
that
ladder to
Hans is
climb.
probably harder to get than
100
Patrick, but-
100%.
Okay,
Don't worry about it. Hans is first.
so at the dance, Gwen reveals herself to be the greatest hero there ever was, and that she was Royal Pain the whole time. Oh my God, we figured it out. Her jester friend, freaky weird guy, gives her the pacifier, and she starts turning all the students and faculty into babies. This reminded me of
Why not?
the Looney Tunes Back in Action, where they start turning everyone into monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Just reminded
Not
me
a
of that.
great. Maybe-
Oh.
I feel bad comparing this to Looney Tunes Back in Action, but I do see what you're saying.
That's true. For better or for worse.
Though also,
So-
this was the moment I'm like, there's no way I finished this as a kid, because this is
No.
so bizarre.
No,
and
I,
wouldn't
I don't.
remember
I
this,
don't
right?
remember any of this, so that's why I'm like, okay, either I latched on to, like I said, the DVD like main menu, or I didn't actually watch this full movie.
Exactly.
But there's no, I
That's
had
fair.
to have. I had to have. So Will leaves home to tell everyone of this bait and switch about to happen.
He
meets
calls
up.
Ron. He calls Ron Wilson, bus driver, to
king.
pick him up.
The king of the movie.
He meets up with his friends who obviously already know and enter a fight with Speed, Lash, and I forget her name, but she's the girl who like multiplies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who they have
I
all
totally
teamed
forget
up
her
with
name.
Gwen. So they're all, all the bullies.
They're terrorists at this
And
point.
and
Yeah.
as this is happening, Will and Layla kiss in the middle of it. It's like weirdly not built up, but it is. It's very strange.
Yeah.
The pacing
It's high
feels
school, man.
They've rigged the school to drop also and kill everyone, presumably.
insane that that's like a failsafe. Like it just doesn't really add up.
Right. Right.
Also, I'm going to be so annoying here for a second. I'm sorry. But does that remind you of Avengers Age of Ultron?
Wow.
Okay, Mr. Marvel boy.
It's just, it's because, okay,
No, I know. Yeah.
it is Sokovia. And what I love about it, because the Sky High never addresses it, is they're planning on dropping Sky High to destroy Sky High.
Right.
But, like in Age of Ultron, depending on how high up it is, it's just going to act like a comet, and it's just going to fall and, like, probably destroy half the world.
Right.
Yeah, fair.
That's like an extinction level event.
That one couple's house.
Yeah, they're...
My
it's just
God.
them. It's totally fine.
In my mind canon, that couple like just purchased that house too, and this thing is
they did,
rocketing
yeah.
down.
They did.
And they're like, oh, fuck. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, look, I understand to some degree being like, okay, this school wronged me. I'm gonna like destroy the school, and I'm gonna make all these people and like turn them into my team. But like, you were dropping a comet on Earth, like. That is mass. That's a
good point.
genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will and Royal Pain fight. This is where we're at. This is the big final battle. And Will gets thrown off the side of the school to his death. He is going to die, and then we see that he can fly. Not only does he
Huge.
have super strength, but he can also fly. And it seems like this is a rarity in the superhero community, that not only is he the son of two superheroes and has powers, but he has multiple powers. So this guy is Harry Potter.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
he's like the chosen one.
the
He's the
chosen
chosen one. So Gwen sabotages the school's anti-gravity device, and the sidekicks successfully restart it. Thank God, because the school was plummeting, as we mentioned, and they restart it and they almost land on the Earth before
And
they kind of start
all
shooting back up.
because all their powers were so useful. Magenta can turn into a guinea pig. Zach can light up a vent.
It's true.
You mean
Everyone
Cole
was
can light up a
necessary.
vent?
They're exactly that.
Is that
part.
who, dude?
Cousin Greg can light up a vent.
I like that. Like even in this, how old was he in this? Probably like 14,
I imagine
12.
I imagine like 17 or 18. I
There-
think most
there
of
you
the
go.
cast was like around.
was
there.
almost like legal adults. Even like him young, he's still easily the tallest person in this movie.
Oh my God.
It's like not even close.
With Sky High saved, Gwen and her allies are imprisoned while the people she turned into babies are restored to their proper ages. Pacifier is destroyed. Ron falls into a vat of toxic waste and becomes a superhero. Will becomes friends with Warren. He starts dating Layla, and all is well in the world. That is Sky High. So, final thoughts. Cole, I want to start with you. What do you think now rewatching this as an adult?
I mean, I think it holds up 100%. I think that that little end monologue that Will does, where he's like, "In the end, my girlfriend became my arch enemy. My arch enemy became my best friend, and my best friend became my girlfriend. But hey, that's high school.
Okay.
Cinema.
I will admit that was a pretty good line. So
It's
it sounds to me that you really liked this.
I love this movie. I love this movie, and I will continue to love this movie. And when I watch this movie in 5 years, I will love this movie just as much as I do now. It was honestly just such a treat to get to watch it again.
Okay. I am potentially going to be the bearer of bad news here. So
Okay.
for me, I think this was a very fun movie. It was great. As we mentioned throughout the episode, it's like a better version of Zoom. Having said that, I do feel like it was one of those classic early 2000s Disney live action movies that are not the greatest in my opinion. I think that the Cole's pissed. I think that the writing wasn't my favorite. There were some good moments in there. Like, again, that final bit of dialogue was great. I think there were some moments, again, it felt very refreshing having just come off of Zoom. But if I hadn't watched Zoom and I just took this for what it was by itself, I don't know. I had such a fun time with it, but I don't know if I would go back to it. It almost felt like a TV movie and not in a good way.
I can understand that. I think for me it just feels like such like the epitome of like a teen movie. And it's like, and I think it does what it tries to so well. And I think it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is something I like. But I can totally understand what you mean. Rewatching it, was some of the dialogue, I was like, all right, what are we doing?
No, I agree that it's doing what it set out to do well, but I don't know if that thing is necessarily something that I enjoy.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, totally.
But and to your point, I do think that it is the epitome of being in high school. I also think that there are other movies that do that better, but I do also agree that this does that well. Like it does do it well. I just don't know if it's necessarily the one I would step back to if I were to watch a coming of age superhero movie.
Yeah. Well, we can agree to disagree. That's what's so great about
but again, like I had fun watching it. Like, I'm not gonna discredit that. I did have a good time watching it, but it's just not for me. Not for me.
That's okay, and that's
fun
okay.
times. Pelton,
you can go
final
watch
thoughts?
Zoom.
Yeah. Now, okay. Yeah, you can have fun with Zoom. Not to even make this worse.
Oh no.
But I'm actually kind of in the middle of both of you.
Okay.
Because I did actually really enjoy watching this.
Yeah.
And I thought I held up. I thought for what could be a very cheesy, silly kids movie from the early 2000s, there was kind of more going on. And hearing that they built it for kids and adults, that makes sense. And I think they did accomplish that. So watching, I'm like, oh, like this feels more real than other things. Like a Zoom. This feels like a better Zoom. Like, it really does. Now, having said that, I think one of the biggest issues I had with this movie, and I was saving it for final thoughts, is one of the overarching themes is, hey, sidekicks can also be heroes too. Everyone's a hero in their own right. We shouldn't separate it like this. But the problem is you had the main character that had no superpowers, and learning that lesson would be great, but then they gave him superpowers.
You know what? It's like Rudolph.
Honestly, yeah.
It's like Rudolph.
So I'm like, and they still go with that theme, and it still works to a certain degree. Like, it doesn't ruin it by giving him powers, but it's almost like they didn't feel fully confident having a main character have no powers in a superhero movie, so they didn't quite go all the way. And I think if they did, this movie would get way more credit.
Yeah.
And it would be on the upper echelon of, like, greenlit films.
That's a very interesting perspective. Yeah, totally.
It was so close. And the second he got super strength, I was like, oh.
And then we can fly.
And then he can fly.
Then he can flight, too. Like,
he's the most powerful superhero in the world.
To ever walk the earth.
And that's the thing, too, is, like, once he does get that second power, the movie just ends. Like, they're just, like, they acknowledge, like, he's too strong for anything to even happen that he couldn't handle. And then there goes all of the tension of the movie.
I wonder what was going to happen and save you.
Yeah.
I want to know.
He just becomes, like, the principal or the dean.
Yeah. But, like, again, I think, like, by the end, it still works. Because they end up taking a different approach.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah,
Sure,
he gets a big head, but then, like, his girlfriend ends up being the villain, and he comes back down to Earth, and he's with his friends, and they're more respected because they saved the day, yada, yada, yada. But, like, if they found a different way to keep him no powers and get to the same ending, it would have been just so much better.
Yeah.
And it was such a not like a cop out, but I'm like, it's almost like the easy way. I just give him powers.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm interested in, like, imagining what that would be like.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to see, and it was such a great setup. I'm like, oh, he has no powers. That's great. And you had that scene where he comes out, but then they just take it away.
With the nurse and the popsicle sticks. I love that scene.
It was great.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you had a character come out as gay, and then 20 minutes later you're like, nah, actually he's straight.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're right.
Right? That's basically what it did. So I did really enjoy watching this. I had a good time with it. but like it could have really been something special, but I don't think it fully committed to it.
Yeah, I agree. So one final thought on Sky High.
I can't believe
this
it's
got
greenlit.
greenlit.
Hell yeah, we did it, everyone.
Wow,
We
guys.
covered Sky High with one Sky High. Skylar High, thank you for being
Guys,
here.
of course. Thank you
seriously,
so much for having me, guys.
this was
It
great.
After
honestly a
3
treat.
years,
I know
This has been a long time coming.
it's taken too
you've been
long.
you've been a white whale of this show.
Yes,
Oh,
but we finally
wow.
got you, and we covered Sky High, and we did it in a record-breaking low amount of time. This is going to be one of our shortest episodes of all time.
You're welcome.
That's not true. No, seriously though,
true.
thank you for being on the show. This has been a blast.
Of course, it was such a great time.
Yeah,
We love working with you. We love having you on the show. Come back anytime.
100%.
Oh,
Unless you say let's do like Radio Rebel 2, then you go fuck.
yeah,
Radio
fair,
Rebel
good
2.
point. Good point. Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see.
It would be like the most like confrontational episode ever.
Yeah. As far as we're concerned, you could find us everywhere. Quaywoodproductions.com. You could find us on all the social media platforms, I think, except Twitter.
Except Twitter.
That one sucks.
It's productions.com.
Quaywoodproductions.com, not Quaywood.com.
Oh,
Do not
whoops.
go there. Go to Quaywoodproductions.com for everything that we have, including potentially a short film with Kohai down the pipeline.
Very exciting.
Tune in next week on I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit for Daddy Daycare with a returning guest of the show, Fallon Heelan. Stay tuned for that, and we will talk to you then. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
This has been a Quaywood audio production.